right, we are back, and I will get everybody in the right spots. Sorry about that. My internet completely died for a few minutes there. Where were we?
I think where we ended up last was Bateman was checking the horizon for anything nefarious that might be tracking them. And with 3 successes, you can completely know that no one is following you. Everything's okay.
They already know where we live.
Yeah. They brought us here.
I mean, I was more worried about your little friend stowing away, but yes, something might be following us.
Well, she didn't get out of the car, so I think
That
if
we
she
know
did,
of.
she's on her way back now.
Yeah, I mean, they're friends. So.
I'm gonna sneak inside. Okay, I have to wait for the right opportunity. She like gets back out, haha, and she's back home.
Yeah.
She
You guys
did
just-
sleep
She
the
fell
entire
asleep.
wagon ride.
Oh, yeah, she's asleep on the picnic bed.
Oh,
Or Flankman turns around and she's just lashed onto the back of him and he doesn't even realize it.
Yeah.
He's big enough.
Turn around real
Exactly.
quick. Let's see. Let's make sure.
nothing on the back. There is a
Alright.
small box near you, but don't worry.
She could have
about
been
it.
clinging to the underside and then dropped off as soon as the
Mhm.
car started to drive away.
Probably the safest seat.
Yeah, that's fair.
Except for the ramps.
Except for
Yeah.
All right, the gates are before you. There's a few militia kind of welcoming people in, like traders and stuff like that. Carts going in and out.
I would imagine most of us have zero problem getting through this checkpoint.
Yeah, it's not really a checkpoint. It's really just militia presence. Just making sure everything. They don't check to see like if you're allowed, because everyone's allowed to be in. It's just welcome to Florence.
Ven looks suitably miserable. So Teddy will pick them up and offer to take them back to the Citadel.
Oh, yeah.
On his way home. No Francesco to carry it.
You're very strong. Thank you.
Smells like gasoline.
Yeah, we all smell like gasoline.
Yeah.
Specifically, like the gasoline water from like gas stations where you pull it in to clean your car.
It just always has that smell.
Yep.
It's like,
Suffused even.
well, hopefully it treats like a disinfectant at the same time. I hope that's the benefit to all this smell. Ooh.
So, meet you all at the location in 4 days, or do you want to? I've got to head out pretty soon for a shift, but I think I'll be back in about a day and a half. You can come by for coffee or something.
Yeah, should we tell everybody we're leaving? Is that safe?
I mean, I have to take some days for this anyway. I mean, if someone wants to put in a good word with my bosses, I'd appreciate that. Significant look at Flankman, like.
It's like, oh, well, yes, I was planning on putting in some paperwork. Does anybody need to be officially excused for a certain amount of time, or? Okay, yes, I've got the time. I'm going to do a little bit of preparation to make sure we have the right medicinal supplies, and I'll make sure we get it. And Sophie, did you want to be written on as a what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for?
Tactical expert.
Yeah. Just like it's like, would you want to be like commissioned as a guide of sorts, or a?
Yeah, Sophie just looks at Flankman and nods, like, yeah, I'm definitely going to need a note from my boss. She's a real stickler for that sort of thing.
It's kind of weird because like the asking of Sophie to be part of the expedition is like the biology department asking the political science department, can you help us with a study concerning nature or something like that. Like, it's just that the technosophists are not respected at all, and they are. Just
Oh,
kind
so
of
there's okay, yeah. Well, Flankman might not
they're,
quite.
They're like, they don't care. Like the technosophists, like they are all up in the old world, and no one cares about the old tech anymore, or think that it's useful. Like they don't belittle them. They just like don't respect them. And I guess.
Well, I was gonna say Flankman will probably still make the request to like a side stipping for him. It'll get rejected, but he'll still do it.
Yeah, it's like it goes under like internship, like
yeah, unpaid internship.
yeah, it's like
brownie points
here.
Whenever
Yeah.
Flankman, if it's now or later, whenever Sophie does get the note, she'll just fold it up and put it in her back pocket and be like, "All right, cool, delivered that to my boss, so we're all good now." Implying that her boss is her.
Yeah, he'll get filed in the proper department.
My boss is a real asshole. Gosh darn it! I'll never get this time off.
I won't
Okay,
allow
so,
it for myself.
If there's nothing further, Teddy will set off with Dr. Ben and deposit them at their apartment. Make sure like Dr. Ben's pretty pitiful at this point, so like run a bath and leave them there.
I
Like,
thank you. I can clean myself.
oh no, you weren't getting a bath from Teddy, just running it and leaving.
I
Yeah.
think he assumed that you thought that he couldn't clean himself.
No. Just the implication was heavy that you smell bad. That's
Yeah.
that's what was happening.
When you said you were running the bath, I imagined you in techno-powered armor, just like.
Just
Sweet priest, sweet prince.
I
It
would
was a
imagine
message
he
more
keeps-
than a help.
Do you
Yeah.
keep your mask on when you take a bath? Just your mask?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Teddy will.
so you're like
Teddy
a
will
never
head
you're
home.
never nude. Okay, got it.
It would be bad. It would be bad for certain parts of him to get wet.
There's
Oh,
dozens
God.
of us.
I will say
Dozens of us.
so he does take a bath. I will say I think Dr. Ben is going to spend much of his time during this interlude looking into the archives and seeing if there are things that he may have missed regarding any possible city-states or civilizations that have been tucked away somehow.
All right. So for this, go ahead and give me reasoning. One success will provide you the answers that you seek. 2 is tantalizing information that you will salivate over, and the third one is not being found out.
Okay.
So you choose what you want.
Oh, how many successes, or just I get a couple choices?
You get choices. So it's the information goes from 1 success to 2 success, and then one of the consequences is being found out. So you need 3 successes to eliminate all of them, but if you don't have them, it's your choice, which is more important.
So I have been very I'm going to establish this. I don't know why I keep drawing it, but I have a Joker.
All
I
right.
swear, this is the 3rd time during my breath, like during this. No, don't do that. Don't do the suspicious sip.
We go.
Don't give me that look. I swear. And then I have a 3 and a 6. I believe since I now have reason trained with my XP, that each is a success guaranteed. Is that right?
I think so. Train allows you to play 2 cards instead of 1.
Ooh. Okay. So you know what
If
I'll
you
do
play
is-
the 2 of the right suit, that'll count as 2 successes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. These are three of clubs and 6 of clubs and reasonings in clubs. So that's why I was like,
Yeah.
count as
If
3
you-
successes?
Yeah, you don't. So you just drop the Joker and just play those 2 cards, and I think that's 3 successes. 2
Okay.
suit successes and a numeric success, which works out perfectly.
And this goes in the bottom of my deck.
Discard pile. Discard doesn't go at the
Discard.
bottom yet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Pouring through the old academic notes and maps and everything, there are some speculation concerning the city of Venice, as well as a few coastal cities which are still about. Furthermore, several recordings have been dictated concerning airplanes flying over Florence. Which suggests that someone out there has the ability to fly.
That's a lot of infrastructure.
Mhm.
Then immediately just sort of like takes out a pen and just starts writing down things fiercely and just shoving it into the construct. And this is sort of like he is digging too deep. I think he forgot how to cover his tracks somewhat. If you want to say that he might at least be noticed. But Ven is certainly like looking through this stuff. It's like, is this can't be right? Flip, and like it's like the Ratatouille like look at the thing and then like flipping through the pages each like with more and more intensity, like scheiße. And just and like begins writing in this like logbook, sort of like in just kind of in his scrawling, just sort of like something that won't be noticed, but maybe something like tell them to retrieve maroon card.
Maroon 5.
Johnny 5, more input.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. The maroon 5. Open maroon 5.
Yeah, an old lady kind of saunters over to you and kind of taps your behind with a cane.
Hi. Guten Tag.
Can I speak to you in my office?
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Dr. Venn. That wasn't a request.
I need an adult.
I
kind of-
am the adult.
Ooh, getting called the office.
So then just sort of like dusts himself off. It's just sort of like, all right. Then I shall meet you at your office in
No, you'll follow me right now.
Okay. And kind of follows along.
Yeah, she brings you to a nice corner office, looking out to the Citadel streets. She pulls the blinds down, turns on the lamp, and sits down behind her desk. Mahogany, dark wood, well chiseled, with gold foil.
Is this cold foil like something he can like touch? Like can he like start like picking at it like to sort of like
Yeah, of course.
You need to get your hand smacked.
Dr. Venn, hands to yourself. Put them in your pockets.
I don't have pockets.
Make them.
He reaches and takes out a fucking like little I don't know, maybe something he uses to mess around with, like the constructs, like a chisel tool or something, or like a screwdriver, and like just sort of like starts ripping open pockets in his lab coat. Oh, I see the problem. They were sealed. I always thought they were cosmetic, but like if you cut the little stitches in them, you can use them. Wow, this is very helpful.
Dr. Venn, do you believe that all human life is equal?
Well, technically, yes. I mean, I take certain oaths as a medical practitioner, as do you.
The answer is no.
Hmm.
All
Hmm.
human life is not equal. Some are worth far more than others. For instance, while you are an architect, you are at the bottom rung of the architects. Your inability to grasp things for an extended period of time makes you not welcoming to the species of humanity moving forward. Do you understand?
He kind of cocks his head and you can see the bird mask. I don't know how long I have served the Citadel, but I imagine it was a long time. And before my head became kaput, I imagine I did great work for the Citadel.
There was a time, yes, when you were valuable. But now you are a broken toy on the shelf.
You know, it's interesting. A couple days ago, I would have embraced my fate. I am somewhat of a chicken with his head cut off. But you know, I am expected now. People will know I go missing.
Why would you go missing?
What do you want me? What do you plan for me? What is my fate? Huh? Am I fired?
Nothing. No. I just wanted you to understand your place and everything and how delicate it is.
The way you put it was kind of a eugenics thing. So I was led to believe you're going to finish the job. You know, chicken head cut off. You know, put
No.
the chicken on the kitchen table.
You are still worth more than a construct, as slightly as that might be.
Oh, I feel so much better.
You shouldn't.
That was sarcasm. I can still use sarcasm. That exists in my vocabulary. Wait, why am I here again? What's going on?
Because I asked you to be here.
Oh, did you now? Okay. For what reason?
Focus, Dr. Van.
I don't remember. Something important, something I had to do. And like kind of like looks through his cards and like doesn't find the one he's looking for and it's like, bah. Have you been doing well?
You are going to be dealt some consequences, but you can, so 2 consequences, as she is going to socially berate you for the next 30 minutes.
Ooh.
So you can play firmness in order to resist.
So that is what?
Quick interruption. We hit 10 retweets on our game
Ooh.
tweet, so I rolled a d6 to see who that advantage goes to, and it went to Wowzer.
Wowzer!
Did I
Yes.
do those advantages persist? Because I remember getting one during the first beginning of the.
Yeah, they do. They last until the campaign is over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
So what does that
Also,
manifest
your
as?
camera
Sorry.
might have also
Yeah.
bumped.
What happened? Oh, hi. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna hold on to this for a second. So what does advantage entail exactly?
How do the advantages work with the cards?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what we said. It was at
I
Can
think
we just play an
you
extra
could draw
card?
an extra card.
Yeah, I think we'll say you can play an extra card.
Oh, play an extra card. You know what? I have no firmness skill. I only have a 3 of hearts, so I will I will use it, but I imagine that won't help me that much.
Do you still have your Joker?
No, I spent my Joker to crack
Do
things
you
wide open.
do you have a 5 or something greater than a 5 in a different color?
I have a 4 of spades. So three and a 4. That's 7. So, would that work? Would that succeed?
How many cards do you have? How many? What are you playing for it? Because you're using your advantage to get an extra, to be able to play an extra card, so you can play 2 cards, right?
Yeah.
All right. And so, what are you playing?
The 7 would work.
The 3 of
Yeah.
hearts and a 4 of spades. I can put them up to the camera.
Oh, so you're 1 short. So you
Yeah.
get 2 successes. So 2 cards wouldn't really help you here.
Yeah. I think I've had this one.
All right. No, it's fine. So you get 1 success using the 1 heart. So you eliminate one of the consequences. The other consequence is exhaustion 3.
Ooh, that's
So
bad.
yeah, randomly discard 3 cards in your hand.
Okay. Goodbye. All my hands. My hand's empty.
How many cards did you have in your hand?
7 because I have the I think one of the talents that allows me.
I meant the ones that you discarded. How many cards do you have left in your hand, I guess?
0.
So you had to discard 3. Were you able to discard all 3?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you don't get a trauma. That's what kind of that means. If you ever like take exhaustion and you can't discard a card because you don't have any more, you would take a trauma instead.
Yeah, because they would have had a breath when they went home and bathed and then got to research.
It's true.
Yeah. So I drew my hand then. I didn't do anything. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Well, also I imagine this separation will also be like you also lost a construct, which is bad. You know.
Yeah,
so-
it's just
It's one thing after another for him. So.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like she takes out a box. It's just kind of like a list of complaints centered around Dr. Venn from colleagues and coworkers and stuff like that, and goes through them bit by bit. And there's quite a few. And then afterwards, she says, "All right, that's the end of our meeting. Please leave."
It was good to see you. And leaves and kind of a short distance in the hallway away, like just slumps against the hall, like one of the walls, and just sort of like, the got, and has to kind of wrangle with that.
Yeah. All right. Who's next?
I would like to look up as much as I can about Teddy, or not Teddy, what's the name? Timothy, the engineer.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. So that sort of information will be at the Citadel, specifically with the engineers.
Do I know any?
Yeah, you could. I mean, the Citadel's known, so you could just kind of hop on over there.
Yeah, okay.
You know, you have like the 2 different like areas within the Citadel. One is reserved for the architects, and the other is for the engineers. The difference between the 2 is pretty different. Like one looks like a university on the inside with like cubicles and offices and stuff like that. Well, the engineering side is, you know, it smells of oil. They try to keep it nice, but it's just like it is more so people who enjoy kind of getting rough with their hands. They are the engineers. So popping in, you see a dude who's just kind of like wearing overalls, just kind of these huge biceps, as he's kind of messing around with like a toy monkey, kind of looking up at you.
Hi. What's that?
Oh, it's a toy. I make them for the little ones.
I thought there weren't any children.
There are children. They're very, very rare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like there are, just
Okay.
not like how it is now.
What does it do?
Well, I don't know if you've ever been close to a little one. Often during the weekends, I spend my time just kind of trying to show them fun. You know, I feel like this world has taken a lot from them and us. In any case, this thing claps its hands and makes a little noise. I'm trying to figure out right now. It just bursts into flames. So that
I was about
part.
to ask if I could buy it. Well,
Oh yeah. Give me a day or two. I feel like I'm almost there. Just I think it's the right kind of combination of steam and gears and maybe less gasoline. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. And he puts a little toy monkey down under his desk. How can I help you? Why are you here?
I need some information on a contact I've recently made for a case named Timothy.
Timothy. Do you have a last name associated with that?
Oh man, we didn't get one, but now she's working out at the farm. I just wanted to know why she was out there and not in the city anymore.
Ah, that Timothy.
Yeah, she's very obsessed with saw blades.
Yes, I know. And he looks out the window.
What do you know?
Yeah. I can show you her office. I'd have to be there while you look around, but yeah. Follow me.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not doing anything that I would mind if you were there, so.
Excellent. And as he's walking down the hallway, like you hear saws and all sorts of like cars being worked on. You have all sorts of things. As he's going, he's like, well, Timothy, well, she's quite brilliant. I think she was on several projects that got cut inevitably, but always did good work. And opens the door to her office, which is like this little steel trailer with all sorts of like chains hanging down, burnt on the inside, several saws just kind of hanging. It's kind of like a Saw movie, just contained within a trailer.
I'm gonna very carefully walk around and like look up to make sure nothing's gonna drop on me and like watch every step I take.
Yeah, I'd be careful if I were you. We've wanted to clean this out, but yeah, we've lost a couple of constructs.
It's probably best to just burn it down if you ever need to get rid of it.
Well, it's kind of part of the building. That sort of thing would just be difficult. We just keep it and lock it for the time being and hope that one day she returns and cleans out her office. I think she was pretty mad.
I can ask her if she wouldn't mind.
You would? You've met her?
Yeah. Out at the farm that she works at now.
Wow.
Is that bad?
No, you have all your digits too. Huh.
Barely.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you made a connection, you know. Connections are everything nowadays.
Sorry if that was loud. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know a little bit more before I would consider her a friend or anything. So anything I could find out would be helpful.
Feel free. I actually don't want to stand here. You seem like good people. So I'm going to go back and work on my monkey. If you need anything, best come get me. Don't get anyone else. Get me.
What is your name?
Buff.
Do you have a last name, Buff? I'm going to start getting last names now.
Man.
All right. I will come get you if I need anything. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. He saunters away, leaving you to this trailer of saws and all sorts of mechanisms.
I am terrified.
As you should be.
So how do I carefully find out information within this area?
Athletics.
Oh,
Gotta
wait.
Indiana Jones that shit.
That's the one card. I haven't drawn any steel today. And I even just took a breath while I was but I am trained, so I can play 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I can at least get to an 8.
Yeah, you're dealing with 3 consequences.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Each is exhaust 2.
Okay, well.
You basically got
advantage, by the way.
Yeah, you got saws, you have syringes, and you have a baseball bat. These
I
3
only
things.
can do 1 success because I don't. Oh no. This is not the right time to not have the cards. But I get to redraw 1.
All right, so which one do you want to nullify? The saws, the syringes, or the baseball bat?
Is there anything on the baseball bat, or is it just a plain baseball bat?
It's just a plain baseball bat.
A concussion. Not a big deal.
I think the saws hanging from the ceiling.
And the floor.
I think I'm gonna eliminate the saws.
That's fair. Yeah. All right. So you're gonna take 4 exhaustion. So 2 each in this case. So discard 2 cards and then discard another 2 cards.
I have enough to do that. I have 5, so I've got 1 card.
Oh, excellent.
And
yeah,
do I get to pick which cards?
No, randomly discarded. So just kind of flip it. So yeah, you're able to dodge the saws. That's kind of like, I feel like where your eyesight is pointed at the most. And just as like you feel like you're safe heading towards the desk, a baseball bat kind of flies out of the wall and hits you right in the kneecaps.
Oh.
Yeah, it hurt. It's owie. It has like a smiley face on it. And then you take another few steps and just Indiana Jones style, like syringes fly out of the wall and just like hit you in the side.
Are they empty?
That's
Yeah, they're empty.
Okay. I'll just
There's that at least.
hopefully it didn't puncture a lung.
just turned to a pin cushion. That's all.
Yeah, but you make it to the opposite end onto the desk, though you easily notice that there's a whoopee cushion on the chair.
I'll sit on it. Whoopee cushions are fun.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, that's it? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's just like
It makes the knee pain a little bit better.
yeah.
Oh.
I feel like Mr. Magoo right now.
Yeah, you should. It should.
Um,
Did Mr.
okay.
Mr. Magoo usually avoid the injuries?
Yeah, I'm not very good at it. Okay, well, I would like to carefully go through. I'm like opening drawers on this desk, like way far away, like maybe finding something to like a pencil or something long to poke around with so I don't set off any bear traps or something.
And there are bear traps within them, so you see it like snap shut and everything, and all sorts of like contraptions. But yeah, you kind of finally get out all these papers and correspondence and stuff like that.
I'm just gonna read it all. I'll probably even keep it. I mean, this guy doesn't seem to care. And
Yeah,
then
that's
this
fair.
will give me maybe some leverage on Timothy next time we're around.
Ooh, okay. All right. Go ahead and give me an investigation. For every success, you get to ask me a question concerning Timothy that you find within.
The one card I didn't randomly discard
Yay!
is enough for one success, but now I'm out of cards.
Yay! So, what's your question? What do you want to know?
I think I'm just looking up any possible dirt, and if I don't find dirt, why Timothy works at the farm and not within the walls.
So Timothy led with others several vehicles out into the wilderness in an effort to find some of these other pocket villages and such and bring part of humanity back. It didn't go well. They, along with one other person, were the only survivors. And after that, it just decline of social status within the engineers, which eventually led her to taking a sabbatical, which was forced upon her as you're looking through the transpondence and such.
Is there a name for the other survivor?
Rose.
I knew it. I freaking knew it. Yeah, if that's all I can find, I'm just gonna take that information. Doesn't seem like she's coming back here, so.
Nope.
And hopefully I've memorized the room enough to make my way back out.
I hope so. You need one success for this, which I will say will be reasoning to remember.
Reasoning?
Yep, you just need one success.
What would reasoning be? I gotta draw blind here.
It is clubs.
Oh, and I took the skill that I can draw an extra card when I'm drawing
Excellent.
blind.
Mhm.
So, and keep, you said it's clubs?
Yeah.
Neither of those will work.
Oh no.
I don't know, man. Not my day. I'm tired. I need a nap.
It's not. All
Bateman
right.
needs a nap.
So, as you're heading out, you are going to take trauma because you don't have any cards. It's going to be exhaustion too. Again, as that same baseball bat just kind of flies and hits you in the back of the kneecaps, the back of the knees.
I'm crawling. I'm crawling at this point.
You have one trauma in steel.
Was there like fishing line attached to one end of it or something?
Yeah.
I was thinking it's probably more like a razor scooter, or just like it pushes out of the way and it comes back around and hits you back in the ankle.
Yeah.
The bony part of your ankle. Like,
yeah. So you crawl out of the office, and Buffman just kind of looks down at you. Are you okay?
Yeah, Buff here's like underneath his desk. He's working on something, and I just crawl by and I'm like, "Thank you, bye." And he's just like,
Yeah. It's okay. Hope it was good. You remember to close the door, right?
"No, I don't know. I had to get out of there.
You just continue to crawl out.
I did my best."
All right. Who is next for your enjoyment? The downtime enjoyment.
I mean, Sophie's doing stuff, but it's not all that exciting. It's mostly just going to the whatever junkyard and replacing components and materials that she's used, and using that special screwdriver that she got from Timothy to finally pull apart all those Game Boys and make her own super game console out of several of them.
It's like that way you could play Animal Crossing and Pokemon.
Yes, with Sophie possibly at the same time, on like two side-by-side screens.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's pretty much all she's doing. She's done a lot of socializing over the last few days, so she's sort of just cocooning in her own little apartment and putting the stuff together and just enjoying being alone for a little while.
All right. Speaking of being alone, you have a lovely knock at your door. And what does your place look like?
I think it's like a little studio apartment, so probably not very large or fancy, but it's still like nice. Um, it functions well. It's just it function over fashion
Style. Yeah.
or style. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. So if there's a knock at the door, I imagine Sophie probably has like a what are they called? A peephole, so you can see through the door.
Yeah. Yeah, you on the other side you see a like a blue-haired woman kind of like and you hear like a slam against your door every now and then as she smacks into it with her shoulder. You know this person, she is a technosophist like you, though kind of like keeps herself clean so that people don't know it. She's like a secret technosophist. Sometimes like moonlights as a chef so people don't like think she's weird. And so yeah, she's just like banging against the door with her shoulder and like peeping in through the eye hole, the peephole.
Sophie just yells out like, "Stop looking through the! I told you it's creepy. Stop looking through the peephole while I'm looking through the peephole."
Well, I don't know if you're looking through the peephole, so why don't you open the door?
Well, if you're knocking, it's a good chance that I am. Anyways,
Well-
hold on.
Okay.
And she'll hear from the other side like the sliding of several locks and like chains and things like that. Way more than is necessary. And Sophie opens the door and lets her, and is like, "What do you want?"
Yeah, she tackles you with a hug, like just.
Sophie's arms immediately go up. She's like, no touch.
Sophie, I've missed you. It feels like you've been gone for too long.
Uh, Sophie eventually resigns to the hug and just does an awkward like pat on the head, not really returning the hug, but just some acknowledgement of what's going on.
Yes. So I wanted to show you something. I fixed this up and check it out. And she pulls out a blender. Huh?
Yes. So Sophie gets pretty excited about that. Is looking at it like, oh, what is this? What is this for?
So, it was used back when. So, let's look at your fridge. And she puts the thing down and like puts like a little car battery to it. She like licks the end of it, like, okay, yeah, it works. And opens your fridge and starts grabbing things and throwing it into the blender.
Awesome. There's not a whole lot in there. It's like there's like frozen meals and a whole bunch of energy drinks, that sort of thing. But there is a lot of frozen fruit. So
yeah, it's like frozen fruit, energy drinks, a leftover meal. All right, and she puts down on it, and it starts like cutting everything up and turning into a nice smoothie. And she pulls out like a mug and pours it in and hands it over to you. This is what they did back when, right? You, instead of sitting down for a meal individually for all these different meals, you just put it in here and you have 3 meals in one, and it doesn't take that much time. So drink it.
so I love that description. Sophie takes a swig. Is like, God, okay, the energy drink and the fruit's good.
Yeah.
Don't do the meal part. That was
It's not a meal unless you put in the meal part. Like I don't think it was meant to be pleasurable. It was kind of like a 40-hour work week. Like you just had to do it, right?
right. I think I'd opt to do not the meal in it and just have the drink with the meal would be probably
Okay,
good.
well-
But good to know. This
Okay.
is
Well, I worry about you, so I'm gonna make some more and then put them in like Tupperwares for you so that you have them whenever you go out. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Sophie
Excellent. All right.
Sounds great. Just maybe do like the energy drink and the fruit in one Tupperware, and then the blended meal in another one. I feel like that was supposed to be 2 separate drinks. Maybe.
Who knows? Now she has like several like cups. She like puts like tinfoil above it. Like, okay, all right, now you're set. Let me know how it all turns out. Specifically, I want to know how your bowel movements are for the next week. It's kind of something I'm curious about.
Why don't you test this with your own bathroom habits?
Um, I'm working. I'm busy. Yeah, it's just not gonna work out for me. Um, but I know that you like experimentation and stuff like that. So it's lovely that you're here and you let me barge in and perform and do these things. And I think that's what makes us great.
So he just sort of mutters like, "Yeah, let you in and let you do these things." That's exactly what just happened. Um, just sort of mutters like, what, does she have a name?"
Yes, her name is Indigo.
Love it. Like, all right, thanks, Indigo. I thank you very much for showing me this very cool device and then mixing all of my food together for the rest of the week. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Also, I have this invitation, and I was hoping you could come as well and be my awkward third wheel. If that's okay.
Um, third wheel, and what is this too?
So there's a lovely social event dance with the engineers and architects. You know, bumping shoulders and stuff with like the big wigs and stuff. And one of the architects that I have walked by their window for the last couple of months invited me, but I get a +1. So I thought we would bring you and you'd be like the awkward third wheel, but like also so I have someone to talk to because I don't know how much I'll be able to talk to these other people.
Uh, Sophie sort of crosses her arms and gets this like, not like scowl on her face, but sort of skeptical look, and says, "Oh, are you sure you're gonna be not? It wouldn't be below you to talk to us other lowly technosophists at this party?"
Whoa, hold on. All right, I keep things different, but I'm a technosophist as just as you. Okay, I might have shame for what I do, but I still do it.
Oh, gee, that makes me feel so much better.
Awesome. So you'll come?
That was sarcasm.
Yeah. Well, I assume I just thought we'd go walk right past it.
I see. All right. I'm not wearing a dress.
Uh-oh. Well, they did. We have coupons to go get something, a nice tailored outfit. So we're going clothes shopping right now. We have to because it's, you know, later tonight.
It's today?
Yeah, tonight technically, but yeah.
But when did you get this invitation?
You were gone, all right? I've hit your door several times this week and you weren't here, and I've come in and you weren't around, and I couldn't find out where you went to. Also, you should lock your
Fine.
windows. Burglars could get in.
I do lock my windows. How do you know if my windows are locked or not?
So are you free tonight? Did you want to go shopping now? Or do you need like an hour to prep?
My apartment's on the second floor. She's sort of looking around, just still on the window thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. I mean, I just finished building my new game thing, but sure, we could go now. Why not?
All right, shopping. She like chest bumps.
Sophie still has this like smoothie concoction abomination in her hand. It goes to take another sip, and then realizes, oh wait, it just hands it to Indigo, and it's like, I'm gonna
Oh
go.
no, I don't want to drink this. This is nasty. She puts it in your fridge. Yeah. You get ready. I'll be here on the couch, and then we'll head out and we'll go shopping. All right.
So Sophie does sort of the like, which is like, I don't want to drink. This is nasty. That's just sort of exasperated, like, exactly. I don't want to drink it either. Kind of expression on her face. She's like, fine, I'll get ready. She walks over to the kitchen sink, splashes some water on her hands, and rubs her face with her hands. and then takes like a half dirty dish towel and like pats her face and wipes her hands off. It's like, all right, I'm ready.
Yeah, all right. And she kind of
It's just
takes your hand, and
whatever it is. It just has to have pants.
it can be whatever you want. Yeah, I think it's like nice and tailored. I think like it'll be one of those constructs that like touches you and like is able to figure out like your waist and like butt and stuff like that. Which is actually important to me because I have been working on my glutes and I want to see if there's any like difference. So it's kind of another reason I was really wanted to do this. So
I'd really rather nobody look at my butt.
well, it's a dead person, so it's fine. It's a construct. It's not really looking at your butt. I guess it's just like, padding. Um,
Sophie
Yeah.
doesn't really say anything. She just sort of walks along with Indigo, but just like her whole expression and body language just screams like uncomfortable.
yeah, just think of it as a dead flesh like tape measuring device with sentience, somewhat, and it becomes infinitely better.
That does not make it better.
Yes. All right, so perfect.
Yeah.
Sophie and Indigo enjoy themselves while shopping. Kind of.
This just screams Raven and Starfire energy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love it.
All right, who's next for their afternoon?
You want to go, Flankman?
Actually, you go first because I have to get up to use the restroom real fast.
Okay, great.
Godspeed, Flankman.
Yeah, after dropping off Fen, Teddy will stop by and get like some street food on the way home, and make sure he's got cream and rolls and cheese for the morning, and head home. Hopefully his roommate is there, but he doesn't know the schedule.
Yeah, they're all kind of like sleeping. You have several of your roommates back.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of.
So the bottom floor is pretty quiet.
Mhm.
It's like, what is it, like late afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He'll still make some coffee anyway because that roommate wants coffee. He knows.
Yeah. I mean, there's never an inappropriate time to make coffee.
Hopefully they kept the stove going, or this is going to take a whole lot longer. I don't think they did, though. I think Teddy's the responsible one.
Yeah, nothing has happened other than people coming in and out since you've left.
So they've let the stove completely die. Awesome. Great. So he gets the stove going again. Gets the boiler set up. This takes a couple hours. Makes a triple Americano with cream for his roommate who was laying on the floor last time he saw her, and just kind of brings it up to her room and knocks on the door.
Yeah, you hear some like movement and then like her head poking out through the crack of the door.
Yeah. So been some places these last couple days, and holds out the mug of coffee. It's really big, and then in the other hand has like some street food, probably some like raviolis with a cream sauce.
Yeah, she just kind of follows you like a siren song.
So head back downstairs into the living room where there's some nice couches. Just sets them down. How are you? You don't have to lie. You can be honest about it.
I'm a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, you had a rough time out there.
Yeah.
What do you think about our work here?
I don't know. I guess sometimes I wonder what is necessary for us to go out there and experience these horrors. Why couldn't we just protect Florence?
Yeah.
And other times I wonder, why'd they make these suits? Like they're meant for war.
Yeah, Teddy will actually like just kind of gesture at his burns, like unbutton a button and just be like, yeah, Uh, so, like, what if there's something more?
Like something better?
Some purpose? We can't just keep watching the clock tick toward being one of them and kind of like tilt his head toward the window where I imagine there's a construct walking past doing some work.
Yeah, it's just kind of cleaning stuff up.
Yeah. I've had an adventure the last couple days. Um, there's some people out there in those villages moving forward.
What does forward look like?
He takes out the pamphlet for Venice.
Where'd you get this?
He leans forward and like actually like he has his own coffee. It's a single Americano because it's late in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And they had this secret place under a silo where they had a big printing press. There's people with a cause out there. What do you? I'm worried about you. You can't keep going like this.
I feel like I'm worried about you.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, Teddy, have you stopped to think about it?
yeah, I gotta be somewhere in a couple days. I don't know.
I don't think you should.
Maybe you should come with me.
I don't know. That seems like a lot. I mean, this pamphlet, this printing press, all this, like, if there's a purpose and it doesn't have anything to do with the Citadel, how long could it last? We're talking about a technocracy with the ability to create and manipulate the dead, science and all sorts of things. They make the techno-powered armor.
You don't think they'll care if we leave, do you? Like, we're just two technophants. We're just flesh.
Yeah, but what happens after, right? Where does this purpose end? Does it stand in contrast to what the Citadel is trying to provide?
Well, it's gotta be more than this. It's gotta be more than you laying on the floor, unable to move because you watch someone get eaten by cannibals. There is a fate worse than being a construct.
And I'm afraid of that fate, and I'm afraid that it might be given to you if you go down this path.
But we're talking about you here. When do you go out next? You can't go like this.
I ship out in 2 days.
I met this woman, Camilla, while I was out there, and it helped her having a cause. She'd been, just probably would have wound up with us if she hadn't run off. And she's doing pretty well. Like, she seems happy. She seems like energized. I'm not judging you here. I really it's hard for me to say. I care about you, and I don't know if you're going to make it back in a couple days the way you are. If you don't find something to get you off the floor.
Yeah, I've thought about that too.
What if there is something better out there?
A purpose, one that doesn't lead to our untimely death.
Yeah. You think anybody out there cares if we die? Anybody in the city?
No.
I think people out there could care.
Could be a trap.
So is your next mission.
I'll think about it. It just seems like a lot to risk.
But there's okay. I just don't feel like there's a lot of reward for the risk we already take right now.
It's not.
I think there's some reward to be had out there.
Sounds like a fairy tale, though.
It seems outside imagination, certainly. But what have we been given to imagine? We've spent our whole life doing this. We didn't even have a choice.
I don't know if you spend your whole life suppressing your dreams and then finally you come to a place when you can have dreams. I don't think you just get your dreams back.
What are your dreams?
I don't know. I think I wrote them down a long time ago. I forgot them.
All right, I had to work tomorrow. But in 3 days, I gotta meet some people. You should come with me. Think about it.
All right. She kind of just slumps on the couch and has a little plate on her chest. And
Yep. Teddy just picks up his plate of ravioli, puts his feet up on the coffee table and eats his in silence.
yeah.
And you know, when he's done, just goes and cleans up and
It's
goes
like,
to work in the morning.
yeah, this is awkward. And then the construct in the back spraying, like liquid comes out of its mouth and it cleans the wall.
Yeah. It's like he's just very straightforward, but it's hard for him to talk about those things. Like, you know.
Yeah. It's tough. All right.
But it's also people that he lives with, so hanging out in
Yeah.
silence is totally acceptable.
Yeah, it's like it's not weird or anything, and you know that she appreciates thinking about stuff.
Yeah.
Flay, man, how you doing? You ready?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anything, that Nicolas Cage movie City of Angels taught us anything, true love is being able to sit in the same room with somebody in silence and it not be awkward.
True love is eating your partner's fries and there but not being repercussions.
And you don't get stabbed with a fork. As you
That's true.
I'm actually and I actually agree with this. True love is cleaning up the person's shit without complaining about it, like literally,
like
and
literal shit.
like once again, changing the diapers of babies. You love them,
Oh,
you do it.
God.
If your loved one is
Okay.
so sick and they make a mess, and you just like, I love you, go take a bath, I'll clean this up. Like that's if you can't do that.
Get the hose.
Go outside and hose yourself off, you dirty pig. I know you're into this, but not tonight. Not tonight. Sorry. But yeah, as far as Flagman goes, because that's his
Nice.
philosophy on life too.
I mean, they've definitely helped each other with wounds and like prying armor out of burns. Like this is
Oh,
a thing
yeah.
that has happened.
Yeah. It's like when somebody's at their worst and you just like you give them dignity and just help them and don't make a fuss. I mean that's kind of the gist of it.
Yeah.
But Flankman, will do one. He'll try to be more prepared this time than he was last time. Instead of so he'll actually do a little bit of like, okay, we've got a real mission this time, and it's unknown territory. We don't know where we're going. I have to make sure I have the proper. He does that thing where like he lays out on his little bed his little what are those beds called that come out the wall because that's what he sleeps on?
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
There's a
I know
word
what
for it.
you,
Yeah, like and it looks like filing.
Murphy
I
bed.
think.
What's it
Murphy
called?
bed.
Oh yeah, it is called a Murphy bed. Yeah, but his is like Eddie Valiant's, where it looks like filing cabinets, and he pulls it down. It's just the bed to make his room look more professional.
Oh yeah.
He pulls it down, and he's like laying out things. He's like, okay, I'm not sure what the weather's gonna be like, but I need to be prepared for that. I need to, and so he's like getting all this stuff out. But outside of that, he's also gonna actively try to recoup his supplies that he used up. So he's looking for what is it? Once again, the only thing I know by name here is the totiponent stem matrix.
Yeah.
Really anything like that. He's like, there's that my compadres might get hurt, injured. I need stuff to help them, but I also need stuff to help me. That was a bumpy ride, so maybe some seat cushions, maybe, I don't know. He's just like, he spends days racking his brain trying to figure out like all these different worst case scenarios and what he can do to try to make things better and easier and more comfortable for just him and everyone else.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. So what does he accomplish with all of this?
Yeah. So first off, you're going to the Citadel, right? To I guess submit your
the forms.
the forms and everything.
Yeah, so nobody gets demerits for being out of work for however long this might take.
Yeah, like the person you're talking to is pretty slow moving. She kind of looks at you like, all right, where's your proposal? Go ahead. I'll listen to it. And
oh well, I wrote it down. I wrote it down in us, and I it's categorized and it has little tabs to make it easier to reference other places. I figured this might be more in order, and there's different sections. There's a glossary in the back.
I like a good presentation.
Yes, I have it in it's got a front cover. Not very. I admit I'm not the best artist.
So present it.
Okay. Well, I guess me and several others are going outside the city walls for an extended period of time. We believe it's for the good of the Citadel and for Florence, and we just need essentially a leave of absence, even though we're still working. It's just we won't physically be here, and we don't want to raise any alarms.
What's the purpose of this?
Oh, it's more of a fact-finding mission. We're not even sure exactly what we're going to find, but it's incorporating almost every branch. We have someone from the let me look through my notes. We have someone from the militia joining us. We have a technophant that will be for security. And at least myself and another architect who specializes in constructs, whereas and it's just like and we might have an outside consultant come with us, a technophist. I believe, and like I said, I believe all the paperwork is in order. I've slashed all the T's and dotted all the I's.
Right. Any of these folks have any red flags or something? Are they going to be an issue when we review this?
I mean, I don't believe so. I like to think that I keep myself in good company. I believe they all have clean records.
Okay. We'll look over it, and I'll let you know by tomorrow. Meet me by the coffee shop. You can buy me coffee, and maybe like a cheese pop or something.
Wait a minute. What is this normal protocol? I've never had to do this before.
Yeah, it is.
I had to go back and look in my employee handbook.
Wear something nice. I'll see you then.
He's completely oblivious. All right. Are you? I have to admit, I am not so good with faces. How will I recognize you at the coffee shop?
I'll look like this.
Okay, just got a mental scan. And what is your name?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Oh, yes, of course, it's right there on your desk. I'm sorry. Oh, well, Tiffany, if this, like I said, maybe I don't have the more updated information, but I'll be happy to learn. This is the so in order to pass along information, you need to help. He makes a note. He makes a note. Take to get coffee and buy a what was the other thing?
Like a cheese pop or something like
Cheese
that.
pop. Okay. Strangely specific, but all right. Is there anything else? And if you could please, since things seem to be changing around here, without my knowledge, where would I go to find to replenish my medical supplies? I've in the field, I had to use quite a few of them.
Yeah, just go down the hall. It's the administrative storage unit. Just take what you want.
Oh, excellent. So that hasn't changed. Good to know. Good to know.
No, yeah, you just go in and get what you need.
Excellent. I appreciate it. And I guess first thing tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Adieu, or however they say it properly. I don't know. He just.
All right, Dr. Flankman. I'll see you tomorrow.
Excellent. What was that?
Nothing. Mm-mm. See you tomorrow, Doctor.
He continues out the door.
Yeah. So
Sorry, I thought I lost you for a second.
No, you're good. Yeah, good. I was just reading this out. So it looks like that will be it for today. We have to
All right.
pop out a little bit earlier. But yeah, I'll swoop it on over back to Raven.
All right. Yeah, sorry about that. I had something come up short notice that I gotta go run and do before the night stream. So, but this was a ton of fun. I've really enjoyed watching everybody's downtime activities and what trouble they're all getting into. Before we go on a raid, I do want to let everybody say what their favorite part was, where we can find them next, anything they'd like to share or plug, and then we'll go on a raid. If you've got a suggestion for a raid cry, feel free to throw that into chat. Yeah, we'll go reverse order from how we started. So we'll start with Mitch. What was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I think my favorite part, God, it's tough. There was a lot. Like, I really like how Teddy cares about their housemates, and it's like, I worry about you, buddy. Like, Teddy is the household dad, and it's amazing to see. Yeah, I think that's definitely my favorite part of today. It was wholesome.
Very wholesome. Where can folks find you, and anything else you want to share?
Oh yeah. So Penny Furtail is where you can find me on all social medias. And yeah, that's about it. We should have some more updates for Necrobiotic coming up soon, as well as surveys and stuff like that, and pre-orders going live. So kind of check your emails and stuff for that. And yeah, also we will be at Gen Con and PAX Unplugged this year. So I think there will be 2 events at Gen Con and PAX Unplugged. You'll see some more. So be checking that out. And yeah.
That's awesome. All right.
Nice.
Wowzers. Same questions.
Everybody ties for my favorite part today. I like that we all did our own thing, and everybody's really feeling their characters today. It was good. That was real fun to watch everybody get to have a moment. And as far as where to find me, Wowzer's right here under my camera, 2Vs on Twitter. I have Instagram. I guess I should start trying to use it, but that's about it. I'm pretty active on Twitter though.
All right, awesome. And then Josh, favorite part. Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go with why not the more action filled scene, which was Bateman getting having to go through an obstacle course of unnecessary booby traps. So I mean, that was fun. It was like fun to watch. Between that and even Dr. Venn literally becoming literally exhausted from being berated for 30 minutes. So I like it when there's negative outcomes, but they're still fun. You can still have fun with it.
I love Dr. Ben. The character Dr. Ben. So
Why you
excellent.
die? Thank you.
They suffer
times.
so much from this
know.
world, but it's so worthwhile to have them in the party.
Yes, he's not worthless.
Unearthing mysteries. Dr. Ben is unearthing mysteries for everyone. It's a sort of like, I have to remember this, have to remember that. Oh my god, someone's screaming at me. Oh no.
What did I do this time? I don't remember.
Yeah, I like how like most people had. I mean, I like how we went from like Bateman and Vin having a tough time, and then over to Sophie, and it's just like, oh yeah, we get free stuff and free meals.
And then when I was thinking through that whole thing was like, yes, because day-old smoothies are the best. Like, it doesn't even matter if they're good smoothies. Once like a certain amount of time has passed, it's just, I'll week prep for you a bunch of smoothies.
Yeah, and it gets all chunky the longer it gets in the fridge. Like,
and
it's
it
great.
settles, and there's a part that separates at the top. So it's like, it doesn't matter if it was good to begin, which it wasn't, but.
Mixed berry and Salisbury steak smoothie, my favorite.
I was thinking it's what Hungry Man smoothies. Ugh.
Oh god.
So yeah, there were lots of good favorite parts. For me personally, you can find me at Hobox. I'm slowly moving to something called Reburied Occult. That's has various success. I'd rather you just watch me and my kids play games at Teenagers and Troublemakers. The most recent video put out is the first part of us playing The Quiet Year, a game that's supposed to be under 4 hours. It took us way longer, so I had to break it up into several parts. I also have, if you're interested in Mage Duel rules for D&D 5th edition, you can pick that up at DM's Guild. Apparently, I'm one of the... that's one of those things where I made it because I thought somebody else would have made it already and it didn't exist. So I made those rules. I'm putting them in the chat if you're so interested, including a link to the game of us playing drawing a map. We're drawing a map on YouTube. But other than that, I think that's all my stuff. Next.
All right. I hope favorite part. Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
My favorite part, I liked. This felt like a good tie-up for our adventure before we get into even more dire danger.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for Dr. Ben getting dressed down for. Oh, it sounded a lot like my performance reviews, where it's just 3 pages of things that people have said about me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was just like, oh god, that's not me.
I was actually wondering if Flankman was in any of those reports.
It's like Flankman said this.
Flankman's is probably a good architect, and like Ven is just sort of like always rocking the cradle and forgetting that you rock the cradle.
Yeah, I also like the idea of Angela Lansbury navigating a saw and syringe-filled office.
My knees are broken.
Yeah, it's very, very sore knees.
Yeah. So you can find me at HopeTracy71 on Twitter, here, and on Milady Saito's channel when her dog Scotty finally gets better. In a couple weeks, I'll be playing with Boys from the Baltic Star. We'll be playing Nikki Ellison's excellent game, Your 100 Goblins, but with a twist because it will be in space. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I know because I've played this game before. That's basically it. That's where you can find me.
All right. Last but not least, Anthony, same questions.
Name's Anthony Paul, Charbox EVA, twitter.com/CharboxEVA. I think my favorite moment. It's hard to choose favorite moment because I really love to see like the consequences of everything we've done, as well as what everyone's up to kind of post thing. If I really had to choose a favorite, I really like seeing some of the negative consequences of actions through roleplay. I like to play hard and fast sometimes with like my decisions where like my character I've made my character not know better for various reasons, whether they just physically don't know or they just don't think the consequences affect them. This here I think is really good because it's a bit of both, where he doesn't really know better, but he's also like, he's a doctor, he's lovable, and like no one in his workplace hates him. Um, so there's that. And I think Teddy's moment also was really great. I like seeing how hard the Florence institution um, leans on their core, the with a P, their legion, um, and seeing kind of like what Venice as a concept means to people who have really seen the dregs of this society. So yeah, if you can find me on Twitter, I got stuff coming as well, like Wowzers. Getting ready, getting close to ready. So when I'm not sick, I don't know, things are coming. I got things down the pipeline, things in Snoggin. So just happy to be here.
Awesome. And I think that just leaves me. My favorite part, I really enjoyed how Dr. Van reacted to being pulled into the office and the like, oh, you're going to fire and kill me. And then they were just like, no, 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 we're just threatening to fire and kill you. We're not quite there yet. That was neat. Um, poor poor
Give us some time.
Bateman in that office. I felt so bad. But that scene was also really interesting. Um, all the stuff before the death room. Um, Flankman trying to get papers for everybody was really nice. Um, I
The most
appreciate
mundane
that.
thing.
And
Yeah.
getting a date he didn't want out of it.
Yeah, I come to the conclusion he might just be like I don't know if he's necessarily asexual, but it's like there's in history there are people who go their whole lives thinking they're asexual until that one thing triggers it. They're like, oh, that's what I'm into, and he's never that's never even none of that's ever occurred to him. So he's just like clueless about all of that.
He's just focused on catching Spider-Man.
Hey, she just wanted
Yeah.
some cheese pops.
Spider-Man.
I mean, once again, if she's using him to get cheese pops, he probably won't recognize that either. But even James Jameson had a son, like,
Yeah.
the astronaut.
The Teddy stuff was also all that was really really wholesome, and I absolutely love the thought of Sophie having a really pushy extrovert friend, because she absolutely needs a pushy extrovert friend to pull her out of the apartment from time to time. So that's perfect. Indigo was a delight, despite the gross smoothies. But yeah, I enjoyed all of it. It was really fun. Um, where you can find me next will be in about 4 hours for Animus Absentus tonight. I'll be GMing that. It's a really fun sci-fi show. And then other things to share or plug. Just going to really quickly list our sponsors into chat, which are Fundamental RPG. You can pick that up on Amazon for a physical copy, or coffee.com/Raven, like it says at the bottom of the screen, for the PDF. The PDF is currently on sale until the end of the month for half off. So you can pick that up for under $10. Also at the same website as Intrepid, which is adventuring gear for real life. Go check that out. There's a lot of really cool items there that you'll probably enjoy. And then Die Hard Dice, which they... my little bot isn't doing the...
Yeah, I noticed.
the
I was
thing.
about to tell you that the sponsors didn't go through the way they were supposed to.
Thank you. It's because the internet cut out earlier. There we go. So yeah, there it goes. Fantastic. Now the links are there. but yeah, Die Hard dice. They sell really, really great dice. I highly recommend them, especially the Fey Bloom set this month in particular. It is really, really pretty. It looks a little bit like this set that they recently sent me, except it's a little darker blue, and instead of a pink, it's like this really neat purple color. I really like them. But you can pick up your own set at dieharddice.com, and if you use the code BLACKFEATHER, all one word with a capital B, you can get 10% off your entire order. And then finally, if you want to catch up on this show or others that we have on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network. We're going to go on a raid now with our raid cry of I've hit your door several times this week. And we're going to go raid Black Cats. Follow Black Cats, which is a really great group of folks over there. Give them a follow if you're not doing so already. And it looks like they're playing some D&D or talking about D&D. So yeah, go check that out. Say hi, throw the raid cray out there, and then I will see you all in a few hours. Bye, everybody.